Now who wanna move close enough? Now who wanna move out of? If you got stripes, sing it, let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Bingo bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite.
Hey, what's up, man? Bengals and Brews. It's Friday, right?
It's Happy Friday. Look what came in the mail, buddy.
Boom.
My orange tea. I'm excited. We signed a guard. We got all three.
Kind of did.
We kind of did. But how we doing today, buddy?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Look, we needed guard help, and just before the show started, we signed Lucas Patrick to $2.1 million for 1 year. And so there's more exciting news. I mean, the show isn't labeled. Lucas Patrick comes to Cincinnati to protect Joe Burrow because he's got super grades in the 50s, and Dale can fill you in more on that, his PFF grade. But
yeah, I think he was like a 60 pass blocker this past season, but the 2 years prior was like one was like 30 and one was 40 at pass blocking for the seasons. And that's just that's Kappa levels bad.
I mean, at this point, we just start hoping Scott Peters can get the best out of him, right?
Yeah, and I don't know the plan if he's a backup because $2.1 million, that is definitely sounds like backup money.
Yes.
Volson is scheduled to make $3.5 million. Is this a move where maybe they're going to cut Volson after the draft, or if they can if Scherf decides to come here? I don't know if this is the only move, but right now it definitely is lackluster, I guess would be the word to say.
Yeah, listen, I know the show's labeled talking about T and Chase, and we're going to do that. But as long as we're talking about guards, man, some guy on X has been battling me, like talking like he's so depressed and upset because of the guard situation, and I understand it. But I'm not getting a guard in the first 2 rounds. I think everybody's like Tate Ratledge, and I just don't want that. I think you tell me, Dale, there are good quality guards round 3, 4, and 5, right?
Yeah, there's some good guards.
Starters, right?
I did a mock draft today. Our lads, and they have this mock draft challenge. I've been doing it for probably 10 years. So you do a full 7 rounds for every team, every pick. You know, you gotta really be a sicko to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
But so in this draft, I picked Mike Green in the first, and then the second round came around, and I'm sitting there, and I got Tate Ratledge staring at me, and I got Xavier Watts for everything I picked for everybody else, which is like a scenario we've said could happen, and it happened as I did this, you know. And I'm like, I went with Watts, and the reason, because it was 50-50, honestly, like flip a coin, I see the value in getting either of those guys. But then in the third round, I was able to get Miles Frazier from LSU, Chop. So
boom. Him and Luke Kendra, they're my
and Kendra tested really well over a 9 RAS with his pro day the other day. So Luke Kendra, I mean, I had him maybe like early 4th or somewhere in the 4th, but he could easily end up being our 3rd round guy if or Frazier if Ratledge isn't the guy in the 2nd. I just don't want to have to force that in the 1st.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, the guards that people have been tossing around social media are still out there because still. Brandon Scherf's still out there. And I put up that fucking elite, little sheriff thing. I'm surprised he hasn't already signed. And Dalton Risner's still out there too, right?
Yes, as far as I know. And Will Hernandez. Who is still potentially injured and couldn't even pass a physical right now, is the speculation. So that's a possibility. That they're waiting on him, but I also Scherf, it sounds like from Paul Daner said he didn't seem like he's in a hurry to make a decision.
Nope.
And the decision might be, do I want to play anymore? I've made my money. The guy loves to hunt and fish. I was looking at his Twitter page. He's all about that stuff. He's probably like, retired life would be pretty good. So maybe Brandon Scherf is even thinking, I've had a good career. I want to hang it up now. Maybe he's contemplating playing versus not playing compared to even where he's going to sign. We'll still see on that.
Yeah, you know what else I heard is that maybe he's a wily veteran and he's like, fuck that. I don't want to do mandatory minicamp. I don't want to do all that shit. So he waits to sign until after that's over. What do you think, Greg?
You know what I think? I think heading on down to Midwest Best Barbecue, proud sponsors of the show. Their hot honey, lemon pepper is officially named the T-Wings.
Oh, yeah.
You call them T's. When you go in there, wear yourself a badass shirt from the Chop Shop. Or you know what? just bring a mug in there and pour
Bring
some
your mug.
barbecue sauce and sip it or something.
Yeah.
Either way, that's awesome.
When
But anyway,
when you order those wings, though, Greg, do you walk up to the counter and they say, "May I help you?" and you go, "Tea!"
like, okay.
like
And
that?
then they go, "Do you want sweet tea?"
Yeah, no, sweet tea and sweet tea. I want sweet tea.
Yeah.
But no, anyway, my take is, look, like Dale, I thought about what you said. When I saw 2.1, I'm like, oh man, Volson's going to make more. Volson, I think could be a camp battle. If I'm Volson right now, I'm sweating right now a little bit. So we'll see what happens. I hope we get another visit from another guard. Huh? Let's hope.
I mean, the plan should not, and hopefully will not, and cannot be Lucas Patrick, Cody Ford, Cordell Volson, and Jackson Kirkland as my 4 guards.
Oh, Lord.
That is just asking for trouble. 4 guards going into the season. So, you still got the draft. You've still got some guys on the market that could still be signed. And the money wasn't like, hey, you're coming in and you're a starter. It's basically vet minimum at 2.1 when you're 32 years old.
This is a true statement.
Yeah.
Greg has 5 for the podcast listeners. Syndustry says Greg has 5 jerseys to match the number of ladies he pleases per day in that red room he's got.
Absolutely.
And by the way, hi to everybody in the chat. Sorry, I fucked it up. Dale asked me to go ahead and start talking right away, and I'm a dumbass, so I didn't say thank you to everybody in the chat.
You can't do 2 things at once, guys.
Right.
I know. I appreciate everybody in the Brew Crew. I'm sure Greg and Dale and Derek, who fucking rarely joins us, because sleeping and driving and stuff, he appreciates it too.
But yeah, so, I mean, I guess, we put the picture. I put 4 more years. I just really wanted to title it 4 more years because that's like politicians, It's like 4 more years. So it's like, all right, we got 4 more years of Chase, Higgins, and Burrow together. And you can hear the media people and the dumbass Kevin Slaris
haters
and all these guys. He's Kevin from The Office. That's who he is. What a fucking turd that guy is. Thinks his opinion is the truth of everything. The stinking truth. Well, your truth
when
buddy.
That one where they put his face on Kevin, like blended it together, was the best.
Yeah, shout out my buddy John because he did that.
Yes.
I won't give his last name. I almost said his last name. I'm
the
like,
big stinks.
My buddy John.
It's these son of a bitches. All their national media, all they got to do is throw out a bunch of shit, and when any of it sticks, they go, "I told you," and then everybody forgets about it if they're wrong.
Well, Joe Burrow was on with those guys, and he was up there just sucking on Joe's cock, But then after they signed T, it's like, oh, that's a stupid way to build. You got to build through the line. Like, buddy, you understand we invested a first-round pick in Amarius Mims. You understand we invested money in Ted Karras. We did invest money in Alex Kappa. He was the worst guard in the fucking NFL, buddy. I can't help it that the man sucked that bad, but they paid him to be good. Orlando Brown, they paid him to be our left tackle. Now, I'm not going to excuse the fact we still need a couple guards. Not Lucas Patrick's, not Cody Ford's. We need a couple actual guards that are better than that. I won't excuse the front office for that. But to say you should have just let T go, that is dumb. Because you could have said, well, you don't pay a Jesse Bates. He's a safety. You can get a safety. Well, how's that worked out for us? Because it hasn't, right?
Right.
So my thought process was even that then. Even I'm wrong, Mark Slayer, but I can admit it. I was like, well, Dax Hill can fill that role. We'll be fine at safety. It's okay. Jesse's really good. If they could work it out, fine. But you know what? It hasn't been good. You had Nick Scott. You got Geno Stone. You've invested the draft capital. It's still not fixed. So, it's okay to be wrong. You don't let your top 5 players leave is now how I feel. T is a top 5 player on this team. In his prime, entering his prime of his career. Why would I let that guy walk? He would have been the number 1 free agent had he hit free agency this year. He was on all the list as number 1 prior to being franchise tagged.
Let me say publicly to T. Higgins also thank you.
Yes.
Because this man, I'm serious, he made a sacrifice to be on this team. It's not like he took a deal. He got himself what he wanted, but at the same time, there's no way that he doesn't know that if he plays this year out on the franchise tag, next year he's going to get a bag. You know what I mean? Or if he wanted to sit out. But I don't think he was ever in the plan for him to sit out. But I'm just like, thank you. Like, I think that he might be my new favorite Bengal just because of what happened. And Jamar also given permission to Rocky to go ahead and let him use him as leverage, sign T or don't sign Chase.
Yeah.
Jesus, what the fuck is going on in that locker room? This has got to be a great locker room as far as the offense goes anyway.
Absolutely. Hey, and shout out to T. Higgins' mom for shouting out all the haters also. She is just so awesome. Thank you so much. We're proud to have her part of the fan base also.
Yeah, also she reached out and wanted one of my shirts.
Did you get it? Get it?
Well, she was going to buy it. She was asking Greg Instagram messaging or whatever, like, I want to buy one of these shirts. Where can I get it? And I messaged her and I said her money ain't no good in my shop. Money is no good.
Did you get one sent her way?
That's right.
You did?
Yes. Mama T's money ain't no good in this shop.
Hey, Mama T, tell him you want a couple other things.
Wait a minute.
Send them to me.
Yeah, but no, but seriously, it's just so cool. So the contract for T, I am no good with numbers, but it's very friendly. He would have, let's put it this way, he would have gotten a hell of a lot more if he went somewhere else.
Easy. I mean, he would have got like $5 million more at least, right?
I think
the way the
good
market
chance because he would have been number one guy out on the market,
Yes.
and if he would have kept Mulligata as his agent, who is gonna, I mean, he got Ridley paid big time last year. T. Higgins 10 times the player Calvin Ridley is.
Well,
did you see Micah Parsons is coming out and speaking against David Mulligata, saying that players need to real?
No, I don't think he was speaking against him. I think he was speaking for him. He was saying people need to go to him because he'll get. I think he was actually talking shit about T's deal with the fact that people were like they could get out of it each year. I think you guys read that wrong. I seen other people saying that, and I'm like, he's not talking shit about Mulligata. He's vouching for Mulligata of this guy's going to get. He would have wanted like the whole damn near contract guaranteed like he got for Stingley.
I mean, is Mulligata his agent?
Probably.
Well, I mean, that would tell.
So you guys know how on Twitter they were doing you tag a friend and to win a T jersey on Twitter. This one dude had a lot of balls to do this. He tagged Mulligata to win a T jersey.
That's hilarious. They should have gave him one.
And the thing was, it probably wasn't even anything personal, guys. Like, it just shows how much T wanted to be here. I don't think,
exactly.
Like, he could have hit the open market with David Mulligata, and that would have been a great agent to have who could have got him every guaranteed dime possible on a huge mega contract that didn't have a bunch of team-friendly incentives built into it for play time and this, that, and the other. But he did that because he wants to stay here with Joe Burrow. He wants to stay here with Jamar Chase. And I take a man at his word, and I take T. Higgins at his word, and he wanted to stay here because he grew up a Cincinnati Bengals fan, and to sign a 4-year contract, he said, was a dream come true.
Yes.
So I take that man at his word, and, hey, you want to be here? We want you here, and we are going to be so excited to be going T. Except me, I won't be there.
Well, how shocked were you guys when the agent Rocky said before the combine he thought after we tagged T, he was ready for T to get traded? I was shocked by that.
Yeah, I was told that really isn't the case. And shout out Kelsey Conway, great interview. And this one he said those words came out of Rocky's mouth. So this
Rocky, it was out of Rocky.
This isn't anything about Kelsey. To be clear, but I was told by someone else, and people were kind of taken aback when Rocky said that because that was actually never the Bengals' plan. Maybe that in their mind it was like, if you tag him, we're going to ask for a trade.
Yeah,
or something. They were trying to use that as leverage, not to have the tag placed on him, is my guess. So I don't know how. I know what it sounded like in what he said in the interview, but I was told that that's not the case. That the Bengals always, when they tagged him, it was always to continue negotiations to keep him here at that point.
Exactly.
Which is what happened.
I'm surprised your buddy Tyler Kelly's not running his mouth right now that Aaron Rodgers is visiting the Steelers today.
Well, that's because I told him, because he's a fucking hater, man. God dang. Soon as they sign T and Jamar, he's saying like, good luck. That's real good. You guys signed those guys for no rings ever. And I'm just like, you're a hater. And it just went on and on. Such a hater. and I told him, and this is serious, I hope to God Aaron Rodgers, please let Aaron Rodgers go to Pittsburgh and throw to Metcalf and Pickens. Please let me watch that shit show for a season.
I will say the only thing, I know Aaron Rodgers is very old, but we've seen it with other players. He was 1 year removed from the ACL last year. This year would be 2. If he's got anything left in the tank, you know what I'm saying? This year would be.
I mean, he wasn't great at Green Bay last time he played, right?
I mean, he won MVP, right? Like just 3 or 4 years ago, he won MVP. So I'm just saying. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to say he's going to be great because what we seen last year wasn't that right at all. Nowhere close.
Right. No. And with his favorite fucking target too. And also watching Mike Tomlin try to control those three idiots. Oh my God.
No, I know. I'm like, if he signs there, I'm just not ready to be like, great, he's going to suck because I mean, he's a multi-time MVP and maybe the second year off the ACL, he's average. And the thing is, if they get that defense humming again, because that defense wasn't that good last year, and they're known for their defense, and they still got a lot of talent on it. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to suck off the Pittsburgh Steelers because fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Also fuck Tyler Kelly.
And fuck Tyler Kelly.
Yeah, fuck Tyler Kelly. Let me say this though, it's nothing. I'm not saying because Aaron Rodgers sucks. I do think he's somewhat washed, but more for me, it's the shit show. I'm a people watcher, man.
Well, look what he's doing this whole time. He's drawing it out. He's like the attention.
He's gonna go.
And somebody just said that he left town without a contract. So
he did,
and I think he's going to visit the Giants next. So I think he already had some other visits lined up.
Well, he doesn't have to move.
Hey, Malik Neighbors, Chop.
He doesn't have to move. No Giants, Aaron. I need Malik Neighbors. Well, he could have a good year with Aaron Rodgers, to be honest.
Giants are in a tough spot because
I know.
If the Browns go with Shador and the Titans go with Cam Ward, there's no quarterback for them.
I know, but tell me about Dart, because everybody keeps bumping Dart up into the first round conversation, including that motherfucker Tyler Kelly.
I'm not going to shit on him. I think it'd be funny if he went to Pittsburgh at pick 21 because I think there's a chance that he's just Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, he's another Kenny Pickett.
But I don't know that. I mean, he's mobile. He could do, but so is Pickett. Like, I don't know, man. Ole Miss schemes up for receivers to be so open. It's such a quarterback-friendly offense that would scare the hell out of me because I like Matt Corral, and that's the one that caught my attention because Matt Corral – have you guys heard of Matt Corral lately? Yeah, I don't think he's in the NFL. If he is, he hasn't done anything, right? So I'm just saying I liked him. I liked his tape, but it's that offense, and it doesn't necessarily translate right away, but that doesn't mean he can't be good. There's some things I like about him, but I just wouldn't be betting my first round pick on Jackson Dart.
Well, what about that kid from Louisville? Aren't people really what's his name?
26-year-old Tyler Shugg.
People are talking about him like as their third quarterback sometimes, I thought I saw.
Yeah, some people do. I don't, I have basically Shador. And listen, I know quarterbacks go higher. I get it. But when I put together a board, I got Shador as basically like 31 on my board. That's basically a second rounder. And this guy might go second overall. I got Cam Ward in the top 10, but he's closer to 10 than he is 1. And he's probably going number 1. So it's where I put him. Hell, I had Bo Nix as a third rounder. He looked pretty good. He looked pretty decent last year with Sean Payton. And situations matter, right? You go to one of these, you go to a Sean McVay, a Sean Payton, your quarterback's going to look better because those guys know what the hell they're doing.
All right.
Yeah, he might be, but that's what he hasn't done anything.
It's Greg's favorite hat crip.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he loves it. You know what else you could get from the chop shop though, and these deals getting done. A big part of them.
That's right.
Is because of this guy right here, man.
Yes.
I put this one on a shirt. It was Dale's idea. He says we need a GM Joe shirt.
Yeah, because I don't know, G.I. Joe. Somebody said GM Joe because I've been hearing GM Joe, and I'm just like, man, that sounds like G.I. Joe. And then I'm like, you can make it like a G.I. Joe shirt. The general manager.
I got to tell you, Dale.
Hey, if he can get shit done, now he needs to get Trey's deals done. But he had a big part in these guys being here.
I got to tell you, though, man, that when I got done with that motherfucker, I love it. I love that design. That was a good idea. Thank you.
So you can, you can buy a GM Joe shirt.
Right. You can go.
We'll just have to use the graphic all the time. If not, we'll just have to use this graphic all the time.
That's right. We'll just
anything happens, we'll pop this graphic up.
The graphic up. As a matter of fact, speaking about T-shirts, I did on X. I said, I'll give away a shirt. Fuck it. T signed, he extended. So I thought we'll do it live on here whenever we want to do that at the end of the show. An hour.
Well, you're talking about it now, so I'll let you go ahead and let's see.
Let me go to the wheel and give it a spin. And this is for the same T-shirt that I'm going to send Mama T.
Should Greg blow on it first?
Yeah, blow on it, Greg.
And the winner is
Smoky Mountain Lover.
Wow.
All right.
There you go.
Well, congratulations, Smoky Mountain Lover. I'll be sending you that T. Higgins T-shirt. I'll DM you or you can DM me at my Pork Chop 1972
they might not be
through
watching.
the Chop Shop.
Yeah, they might not be watching, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll DM them if you're not
Bengals
watching.
officially announced
Looking
Lucas
out in
Patrick. He officially signed.
There you
Who?
go.
Lucas Patrick, like the Bengals officially announced it that he signed.
Hey, guess what, though? My whole plan was to also do the same thing with the a Jamar Chase shirt. So stick around, and I'll be putting one of those up, too.
What about Trey? I thought it was Trey.
Well, I'm doing Trey when he signs.
Yeah,
when he signs, that there is one going on that if you go to my Chop Shop X profile and you repost that one, like it, and share it, whatever, you'll get entered to win the Blackout Trey shirt when he signs. So that one's still going. I probably need to repost that one and fresh it up.
This is what Greg was talking about there. So the Bengals officially announced it. And as I look at the graphic, and I don't want to be the asshole guy.
He kind of looks like you a little bit, man. He kind of got your beard.
But it's Friday, so I should be happy. But I see this, and it is a guard. Guys, he's not been very good.
I mean, if they just came out and said we signed a backup
for me.
If the Bengals have announced it like we signed a backup, then good, right?
Does this mean Cody Ford is a full-time backup tackle now? Officially?
Cody Ford's the fucking starting guard right now, Greg.
That's right.
I mean, right now, Cody Ford is a clear-cut starter.
Ravens, put down your hunting stuff and get over here.
This guy has played left guard, right guard, and center. So if he's depth, it's a good depth signing because he can play 3 interior spots. So I don't want to crap on the signing.
No.
For that. But if this is a plan for him to be a starter, I am not happy. We need more. We deserve better. I don't deserve better. Joe Burrow deserves better.
Yes.
Our sweet prince, Joe Burrow, deserves better than having Cody Ford, Lucas Patrick, and Cordell Volson as his primary guards competing for spots. So I want them to still hope and pray that Brandon Scherf will come this way because I'd feel a lot better with him. And then the draft comes, you better get one.
Yeah.
To me, no later in the 3rd round. With what you have on the roster, now if Scherf comes here, maybe you could wait till the 4th, but even then I'd be very uneasy. In the top 3 rounds before day 2 ends, I feel like you need to get one of the guards. And I think you should do that regardless. Because this is probably Volson's last year. This Patrick guy probably signed for, was it 1 year? Did it say? Was it 1 year?
Yes, 1 year. That's what it initially said. I didn't see the post when he officially signed.
Hey Dale, Jedrick Willis, could he play guard? I'm just curious.
I mean, we've talked about that. I mean, like maybe he tries to do that, but he hasn't done it, right? He's been a tackle. It's kind of like Mekhi Becton. It's like, well, you try it and you see how he does. You get him in here, and at worst, if he's cheap, he's your swing tackle. You know, he's your depth for the other guys. He's played left tackle, but I'm sure he can play right tackle. And he's worked with Scott Peters. So I'm not against bringing him in too.
And his pass blocking grade was 64. That's not terrible or anything.
Yeah, Browns fans hated him, this, that, and the other, because they invested a top 10 pick on this guy. It was like pick 11. I don't know. It was very high, a high pick on Jedrick Wills. Yeah, and he hasn't lived up to that. But guess what? He could still be a decent player or a depth piece right now with a first-round pedigree. I always take those swings.
Well, and also Trent Brown. I don't know if any of you heard. I don't know if you guys heard. Trent Brown signed with the Texans today, 1 year, $3 million. He could be that Trent Brown replacement you need.
If Trent Brown's healthy, I still think Trent Brown's a pretty good player when healthy.
I mean,
exactly
the healthy part. That's what I'm worried about. Like
motivated. Is he motivated?
I gave him a chance to come out there smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? And instead he decided to hurt himself. Hey, what the fuck is going on April 12th, man? I'm racking my brain here. Crip's like, guess what's going on April 12th? And he tells me,
is that the Last of Us?
I think that's T. Higgins football camp.
I was just going to say Last of Us season 2.
Is it really?
I know it comes out in April, but I can't remember if the 12th was the exact date.
I can't wait for that shit.
So Crip will have to.
Yes, you got it.
I was right.
Got it, Dale.
God damn, I fucking am smart.
I might not be a smart man, but I know what love is. I was going to say football, but I don't know that shit either.
Has anyone seen the Tevin Jenkins contract? Because Dustin is asking, what is my thoughts on him moving to tackle? Well, he was a tackle some in college, and he also was a left tackle some during his time with the Bears. I do wonder if he was told that he'll get a chance to at least compete to be their left tackle. Because as of right now, they still have a hole at left tackle.
Yeah.
They have 2 guards. Now, will they release one of them or something like that? I don't know. They have Batonio and Teller. And I think Teller's the one people are speculating. Maybe they'll cut him if they see Jenkins as the guard, which I would give them a call if they do.
Well, no, Teller they're probably going to trade Teller and all that, and there's no way he trades. But if Teller gets cut, I am driving straight up to Cleveland and bring him here to Cincinnati.
There you go. Kidnap.
No. And Teller, Peters was credited a lot because when they got Teller from the Bills, he was really a nobody, and Peters got a lot of credit for developing Teller into a top 5 guard pretty much. So, oh my God, I would take Teller in a heartbeat.
But I want to go back to Lucas Patrick since he signed.
Yeah.
60.3 pass block grade this year playing for the Saints. And the Saints may have wanted him back. Honestly, who knows? And I know he visited Seattle, so obviously they had some level of interest in him. And I think he might have had offers from 3 different teams. The 2 years prior, he was with Chicago. And if you ask a Bears fan what their thoughts are on Lucas Patrick, I'm going to guess they say he's complete ass. Would you like to know his pass blocking grades those 2 years in Chicago?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyways. 40.6 in 2023. And in 2022, it was 30.8.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so you can see 60 and be like, okay, that's like mediocre-ish, that's on the low end of mediocre. But then you look at the 2 years prior and you go, holy shit, that's Alex Capel levels.
Right, yeah.
And we throw the ball a lot. So this is pass blocking. So that's why I said if this is anything where this guy is sniffing a starting spot when camp starts, we failed. Unless there's injuries, we failed. Now, if this is depth, I'm cool with it.
Yes. No, he's a good run. And funny thing is, he's more known for his run blocking, which is fine, but we always like to go for the pass blocking.
Right. Yeah.
Well, even then, his run blocking, like it was a 66 this year, it was a 61, a 62, and a 54 the 3 years prior.
Well, it's better than the pass blocking.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like, well, he's such a dog in the run game. I don't know. It's $2.1 million. So I'm not going to freak out about it. I'm not going to overreact. Right. That should be backup money with 3 position versatility, which is a good signing.
It is.
That's the way to look at it. Now, if we're going into the season and he's looking like he's penciled in and Cody Ford's penciled in both, I'm going to go, what the fuck are we doing? So, but I'm not going to do it yet because we got the draft and we still have some guys out there like Will Hernandez, Dalton Risner, and Brandon Scherf.
Yes.
I'm going to cross my fingers.
Please.
That we sign one of them and we draft somebody competent.
Now,
there's no lie. When we're at the stadium and there's a game, this is no fucking lie, man. When I'm sitting in my seat and I would need something, I like literally take all my fingers like this and I cross them and then I cross my hands and I sit there like that. So I'm like that. I got my fingers locked up. Mike Brown, Katie Blackburn, Troy, come on. Do something. Get us some guards and let me snap my fingers, man, so I can fucking have a drink of this tasty, refreshing drink.
Well, Paul, they do spend to the cap kind of. So you have to spend to at least, I think, 90% of the cap. That's something that was probably put in there, honestly, probably because teams like the Bengals in the past that didn't always do it. That was a while back in the CBA. But what they do that's frustrating as fans is they will basically front load these contracts or they'll take large salary cap hits in year one instead of, taking a void year and spreading things out or just spreading it out more evenly in general. They'll take a larger cap hit in year one. And when you're in a Super Bowl window, you should not be doing that. You should be trying to have as much cap that season to go get more pieces because you can always restructure and create cap later on. And the Bengals that's the most frustrating thing is their unwillingness to change when it comes to aspects like that. And it's something that guys like Joe Goodberry, Santori, Jake Lisco, all those guys, Andre Parada, that are way smarter than us three talk about. So I listen to guys like that and I go, you know what? That makes no damn sense that they put all this hit, because they don't have to. There's so many ways to manipulate the cap and not have such a large cap hit year one. They do it with like every contract. You see the highest percentages of a year one hit for free agent signed, and it's like TJ Slayton. The percentage is like 90%. And the next guy is like 60. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's crazy to me.
Yep. I'm sorry. I was just looking. We're not on Facebook. I was wondering, why are we not on Facebook? All right.
Why are we not?
I was going to ask you in a private chat, but there's not even a goddamn there's the private. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Sorry. I was distracted by what happened with Facebook.
Maybe I just didn't click it originally. I clicked the thing. I'm going to click it and hit save changes. So let's see if it connects. But
I was reading this. It's funny.
There you go. Now we're connected, Chop.
All right, cool. Welcome everybody on Facebook to the show.
Facebook, you missed a half an hour of the show. It is all Chop's fault, not mine.
It was my fault totally. But I was going back to Dustin's thing that you put on there about Sheriff. I think that Jacksonville probably hopes he does, but maybe if you're Brandon Sheriff, you're sitting in your fucking recliner, maybe you're sitting in your sweat chair at home and you're playing fucking video games and sweating your ass off in your sweat chair, and you're thinking, man, I want to retire, but you know what? I need a fucking ring. Maybe if I run it back through one more time and give it a chance, one more year and go get a 1-year deal with a contender, and let's see what happens.
And this contender, the Cincinnati Bengals, could really use me.
Yes.
That's
you
what I'm
call
saying.
From Joe Burrow, the GM Joe. Come on.
We
one
need,
more year.
Once again, we need
GM
Joe to really lock in GM Joe. The job's not done, okay? You saved the world once, you got to save it again, GM Joe.
That's right.
Not done.
That's how I saw somebody said we need a press conference with Joe where he says we need to sign some fucking guards. So maybe he can just drop Sheriff's name, drop Risner's name. And
because he dropped Gesicki's name. Boom, Gesicki's back.
Right. Although he did say Trey's too, so we're waiting for that final.
I know he needs to get
actually say Trey.
Our GM Joe needs to get Trey back first, or it doesn't. I don't care what comes first, honestly. But
no,
Trey needs to come back because you done talked about it. But GM Joe, you were also Player Joe, and GM Joe needs to protect Player Joe and get some fucking guards, Joe.
That's right. GM Joe. That's why the Bengals never announced the general manager. Duke Tobin's just he just does whatever. He's not a general manager. He's player personnel, whatever. It's GM Joe.
He is a media maven. He is always facing the tough questions so our head coach don't have to during season. Oh, wait, he don't do that.
He's the greatest Cincinnati hero, G.I. Joe.
I still get mad that Zach Taylor has to face all the questions around the trade deadline, the this, the that, when things aren't going well. I mean, now, yes, he's always going to be in front of the camera every week. There's always a weekly press conference for Zach Taylor. But you know what'd be easier? I'm going to let you ask my GM that. Well, I guess now it would be Joe Burrow.
Well, wait a minute, though, Dale. Do other teams do that?
No.
I mean, come on now.
Other GMs talk to the media quite a bit.
Yeah, that's right. They do. All the other GMs talk to the media.
They go and take those bullets when they need to be taken so their coaches can focus on getting the shit correct and all the shit they're doing and all the time they're spending working with the team, figuring things out, game planning. They do their fucking job.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Well, they got the people's GM up there after every game. GM Joe.
Yes. And he shouldn't have to do this, right?
No.
He shouldn't have had to tell them,
hey,
you can make this work. You can sign your best players. He shouldn't have had to do that, to be fair.
They should make a bronze fucking statue of Joe Burrow as soon as they win the Super Bowl, and they can all go fucking thank him and jerk him off for saying, I need this, and forcing their hand to do it, and then that's what got him a championship.
Well, and the way the Bengals structure things, guys, let's go. And Goodberry said earlier, Will's telling us here, so for the podcast listeners, the new numbers look like the Bengals only have about take $2.1 million off of that.
Well,
or, whatever. I mean, I'm sure this contract's pretty much a full hit on Lucas Patrick. So
let me create a little more cap space. Pratt, Volson.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
if Volson's money goes towards a guard and Pratt goes towards something else, you know.
If Volson's money goes toward getting Brandon Scherf, and once again, if he's willing to come here, and Hernandez, we may have to wait on, right?
Yeah.
Coming off I think the injury was in October.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound right, Greg?
Yeah. No, because I was on Twitter and I saw Tom Justin. He responded to somebody on Twitter, and like that's why he can't take a physical yet because of his knee, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah. No, and Hernandez, I liked him coming out of the draft. I know he was with the Giants and he was with the Cardinals last year. I know he's not like a big name person, but he's a good pass blocker.
He's much better than what we have. I mean, it's clear-cut improvement from what we have, and I think Dalton Risner would be that. I think Scherf, if he doesn't retire or whatever, would be that. So, I mean, the options are definitely dwindling. I don't love that Tevin Jenkins went to the Browns. And you can say, well, his back, this, that, and the other. But I said, like, how do we know he would have felt a physical here? We didn't have him. You'd have to have a guy in for a visit.
I will say this. He graded out so well, but when Ben Johnson came, he wasted no time trading draft capital for Jonah Jackson and for Joe Thuney. I mean, he wasted no time on that, right?
I mean, would you rather have Joe Thuney? I mean, but that's the thing. He upgraded Tevin Jenkins to Joe Thuney.
Yeah, but Thuney's like, what, 32 years old versus a 27 up.
But Kevin Zeitler's 35, Greg.
No, all right.
I'm just saying. You know
what I'm saying? I'm just saying. If he was that good.
Joe Thuney was still playing at a great
Jonah
level.
Jackson. What did Jonah Jackson do last year, though, Dale?
Yeah, but it's a different position.
Oh, right, don't give me that. No, Dale, this is a fun conversation. Don't give me that.
I'll fucking argue with you all day, Big Savage. What do you want to argue about next?
Why don't you fuck off?
Yeah.
I think you just won. I can't beat that.
I know.
You told me to say that to you.
Perfect timing. I did. I'm like, Greg, I'd rather you come on here and argue with me and say nothing. I'm like, tell me to fuck off sometime.
Why don't you just fuck off?
And he just fucking told me to fuck off, boys. That was fucking great.
That was awesome.
I got a fucking half chub because of that.
I also got a half chub. Together, full chub.
But yeah, like I say, like Brandon Sheriff, please get the hell out of your chair. I will drive you to the airport. You can sit in my sweat chair for free.
Hell yeah. No, Greg, let him sit in the unsweat chair.
Oh, the unsweat chair.
I mean, if he comes, he can sit in the
sure. You
chair.
can sit in the sweat chair for Brandon Scherf.
Yeah, you sit in the sweat chair if he comes over and feed him all the ass. You can give him.
That's why I had to get up. I had to get some ass out of my freezer right now.
Hell yeah. Go over to Greg's house, sit in the not sweat chair, and eat Greg's ass.
And you know what, man? You can watch me rub barbecue sauce on my stomach.
And my ass, Brandon Scherf, because I know you're probably watching. Right. We're talking about cake. Like
Grater's cake. Cincinnati Grater's cake. That's what Greg likes. Not like
some people call cake ass and ass cake.
Wait a minute. I get it. You guys were thinking I was talking about Greg's butt. His butt.
No. I wanted to make sure Brandon Scherf, because he's probably watching, didn't think that.
Cake. Yes. It's cake. Chocolate.
Wait, had strawberry ice on
vanilla ass.
When I said a bunch of ass in my freezer, Dale, you're like, Greg, you can't reverse it like that. People are going to think it's actual ass you have in your freezer. So you got to make that.
A freezer full of ass. He gets it from the ladies down at Grater's.
Hey, is Jerry Mountain Smoky Mountain lover?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
it is. I went ahead.
Shirt, Jerry.
I DM'd her, and she's going to give me her address, and I'm going to send her that shirt out.
But yeah, if Lucas Patrick is depth, once again, I'm okay with it. And I am happy, because we did title the show about Higgins and Chase. We've talked about it quite a bit. And we've talked about it a lot of episodes because it seemed like that's what was happening. But round the horn, once again, on a scale of boner-tastic to inside me.
To what?
Inside me. My penis inside me, like when it's cold out.
Yeah.
Say it's so cold out, my penis inside
me. Just like everyday normalcy.
So on a scale of boner-tastic to my penis is inside me, how excited were you guys during that 30-minute press conference? Deals were done, they were signed, and we got to sit there and just really enjoy them and how much they care about each other. And they care, and Chase don't care about the food.
He doesn't care for Cincinnati.
But they love being here, and they want to win a Super Bowl. I mean, that press conference was fantastic.
Oh, my God. That was Well, funny story. I was about to take off a worker, so they said originally 2:30. I'm like, man, I got to take off work half an hour early just to get home. But then it got moved to 3:30. But I was getting agitated. I'm like, God, I had to wait all the way till 4. But dude, anything beyond what you just said, Dale, it was the best. That takes me back to Ken Griffey when the Reds got Ken Griffey Jr. in a trade. I think it tops that.
Dustin, I lost over 200 pounds and he's making fat jokes on me.
Yes.
Man, that ain't right. The CEO, I lost over 200 pounds, Dustin, but yeah, my dick does not stick out as far as my belly. I have to admit it. But it did
Dustin,
that day, Dale.
His heart.
It
all right, Chris.
did that
next
day.
time Dustin's on here, I'm going to let you go full blown. Tommy Boy references everything.
Oh, shit.
Tommy went wingy.
He opened up the gate. But, oh my God, during that press conference, yes, I just keep seeing snippets of it and I keep watching the little cut-ups everybody
I
made
watched
of
the
it.
whole thing, man.
I watched the whole thing, and plus I watched all those snippets. I love the one where they asked Jamar, like, you guys gonna play together forever? He's like, where we are for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how they kept moving it back and a lot of people was getting impatient? It worked out perfectly for me. So I got home, and Chop, you can relate to this. Well, you get yours delivered, but I get home and I'm like, kids, you have to just damn litter box, you know?
Yes.
I'm like, fuck. Like, I've been saying this for like, and so I get home from work and it's like, oh, well, I need to go get litter. Like, you couldn't have told me that literally 5 minutes ago. So then I got to drive back to the store, get cat litter. Because I usually like to come home, get on the treadmill, get a little of exercise for my fat ass, right? Because I still gonna drink my Miller Lights and still be fat, but I'd at least be exercising a little bit. So I go get the cat litter. I get back. So then I got like a full fucking 30-some minute workout in, and then the press conference started literally when I was done. I was like, timed it perfectly. So that was a short story long. Basically, they timed it perfectly.
I mean,
for my
they waited for you, Dale.
Yes, they did.
That's how I felt.
I actually woke up. I think it was before I woke up, maybe, because I did watch. I had to watch it later. Maybe I was getting ready or something like that. But man, it was so good. I got that fucker saved. I watch it before I go to bed a lot of times.
How cool was it after to see Joe and the bat in the locker room hugging them both? That was so awesome.
How about Jamar going in for the dap and Joe was like, "Fuck no, wow,
brother's hug, brother
with his little tiny hands." Come here, Jamar.
Yeah.
Let me give you a hug. That guy will never make it in as a quarterback because that fucking tiny ass 9-inch hands.
Hey! I also got to bring Mrs. Higgins back. Shout out to T for that awesome story he told about how much he loves his mom and all that.
Hey, and also, someone needs to take fucking Jamar Chase up to Midwest Best if he doesn't think the foods here is good and get him that shrimp and grits.
Yes,
he could literally get some Uno wings as well.
Uno wings, but Darth did something I was about to do yesterday. Yeah. Darth went and got. You know what? I was going to get one of the other. I got both. I got T's and Unos. When you order 6 wings, you can get 2 of each if you want to. That's what's so cool about it.
You can combine the flavors so you can try multiple. Yep.
Yes.
It's big brain.
What would it be like to be one of those guys? I'm always like, what the fuck would it even be like to never even have a job and just do what you love, and then all of a sudden one day poof, you're a multimillionaire? What would that be like, Dale?
I don't want to think about it because I don't want to get sad. I was having a really good day, Chop.
I mean, like right now,
my life. I was really happy about my life. I was like, things work out, and I'm happy. Like, I might not have a lot of money and a lot of these other things, but I'm happy. And then Chop goes, well, how do you think it'd feel if you were like a multimillionaire?
Yeah, how would it feel?
Fuck you, Chop.
I'm just trying to be 100-aire at this point.
Right. I'm trying to see that $1,000 in my bank account.
I just want to get out there. My happiness, like joy for me, like I would experience probably the same happiness if I could get that stupid ass burrito you get from that gas station out there in fucking Portsmouth. Yeah. I've never had that thing, and I've never craved a breakfast burrito so bad.
I want to get that too.
It's pretty fucking busting.
I know.
But see, I almost don't want you guys to have it because I've hyped it too much,
Right.
It's very rarely that somebody will hype something to you so much. Like, I'll say everyone should go watch that White Lotus scene, even if you don't watch White Lotus. Because that was good TV. Did you watch it, Greg? See, I sent it, and he didn't even fucking watch it, Chop. So he's not gonna know when we post a picture of Walton Googans what the hell we're talking about.
Right? Yeah, that fucking that is an elite.
Because you're gonna see a lot more of this picture right here.
What's his first name? Grogan's, right?
Well, no, it's like Walter or Walton Googans.
Googans.
Yeah.
Googans. Well,
Wasn't he on that show, the vice principal?
yes, he was.
Vice
And
principal.
also, he's on the Gemstones, the new season. He's Uncle Baby Billy.
He's been on Righteous Gemstones.
Yes.
I love this man.
He's also Sons of Anarchy. He's a transvestite hooker on Sons of Anarchy.
And Justified, he is the asshole, the Boyd Crowder or whatever.
But I apologize, transsexual. I think that's the right phrase now.
Yeah, he's also in Django Unchained.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is fucking the shit. Oh my God, the Shield is the original thing I know him from. Industries, you're right. Michael Chiklis and him and Fallout 76. That's what I'm saying. This is a Walton Googans appreciation episode.
Dude.
God, he is fucking the range on this man. And you see videos of him that he posts like on I only see him on Twitter, but it's like Instagram or Snapchat. This man is just living his best fucking life, like in real life. He just seems like an absolute gem of a human being. Walton Googans, if you're watching, I'm sure you are. We would love to have you on the show. I don't care if you know anything about football.
No, he was on Major. No, I remember now. He was on Major League 3 when he was a young actor.
Whatever team he roots for, I don't give a shit. Get him on the show. That guy is hilarious. I'm telling you though, his most hilarious role, if it's not vice principals, it's Uncle Baby Billy. Oh my God, Uncle Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers, the game show.
I will say the Shield shit made me sad. That
Did
shit
it?
was sad at the end, yeah. Anybody that watched the Shield back in the day.
But anyway, White Lotus, an elite show. You can go watch any season, and it's a whole story. Each season's a whole story. This is the third season they're on, but that's
you can just start the third season. It's a whole separate story.
That's what I'm saying. You can just go watch the third season, and you'll not be lost. You can watch each season separately. But
I was going to say, we're at the point we could ask the chat. Do you want the show to go off the rails for 20 minutes, or you want us to do a mock draft? It's your choice, chat.
Right.
It's pick your adventure day on Bengals and Brews.
We'll wait.
We can keep doing this shit.
Hey, Dustin said something earlier, but and I was wondering about that. Is he said that Jihad Campbell had surgery? Is that true?
Shoulder. Yeah, I seen that earlier this week.
So does that affect his draft stock?
It could, and it worries me because I don't know the recovery timetable. Because if he just had that surgery, he might not be back till October, November. And as a guy that I would take at 17, I'm sorry, but we get off to slow starts. I need somebody that's gonna. This is just me personally. Like I don't know if it'll affect it. I think he's a damn good player. Somebody will be like, "Oh, we can take him and wait for him." You know what I'm saying? Right. But I don't know. I don't feel like that's the Bengals right now with our defense. We should take a defensive player that we can at least is going to be rotational on the D line and play a lot of snaps and help us now.
Let me say this, though. If he falls to 49, I don't give a fuck, man. I let him sit on the bench until October.
I don't give a fuck. He'd take the whole year off at 49.
Yes. He can fucking wait till next year if it falls to 49.
He's going to be very, very good.
Like, I really want two impact players, the first two picks, but Jihad Campbell, for some reason, because of that surgery, falls down to 49. Man, take a year off. I would love to have Jihad going jihad on the entire AFC.
Paul Painter said, I think Kim Coates swapped spit with the dude. That's pretty true. Yeah, Tig was into her. Be politically correct. But Walter Googans, the actor, on the
Hey, Walter Googans, man, he'll do whatever in those acting. I've seen him do some shit, man. He goes all in. Actor.
Yeah, the Ravens would take him, Dustin. You're right. If he fell toward the end of the first, the Ravens would be like, okay, thank you.
Oh, God.
I can tell you right now, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Eagles are going to get some stud. Like I did mine today. And so since I took Mike Green, I passed on Walter Nolan. And as I'm doing this, I think it was like the Chiefs got fucking Walter Nolan. Just like pain, you know?
I know. I'm just like all the mocks I've done, man. If you don't take the tackle in the first round, it really drops down in the second round. And I think tackle's the
Is that true, Chop?
Yeah, but
For the podcast listeners, Will said what, Chop?
says I have a torn labia, but it's been repaired. So I mean,
It's not true.
previously torn. Stitches come out Wednesday.
Retorn.
Yeah. But anyway, the mock drafts I've done, if you don't take that tackle in the first round, there's really nobody at that caliber in the second round. But some of the edge rushers fall, like Mike Green and James Pierce sometimes fall to the second round for some. And that's in the computer mock drafts. And I understand that ain't the fucking draft.
I mean, Pierce might. I don't know what's going on once again with Pierce. Pierce, Nolan, they haven't been in mock drafts for like Daniel Jeremiah and these other people. Also, Greg, Crip wants you to do a shirtless dot
Sorry, buddy.
Oh my God, you got fuck T. Higgins, Jamar Chase dual press conference this week. You got your dream happened this week.
You got to get me another guard. Get me another guard, and I'll do it.
They did. Lucas Patrick. He's another guard.
Wow. Look at us trying to be positive over here, child.
I am positive.
Look at Greg saying that wasn't good enough for me.
I know.
No, Crypt, you're not good enough for me, Crypt. You know what, Crypt? Sorry to tell you this, buddy. I'm out of here.
I had to give him the baby.
I'm out of here.
I had to give him the baby head.
Baby head. You gave him. Oh, okay. Nope.
I gave him baby head.
You gave a baby head. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here for you, Crypt. I'm here for you, Crypt. I'm here for you, Crypt.
Chop, you ruined it.
I'm here for you, Crypt. I'm here for you, Crypt. I'm here for you, Crypt. I'm here for you, Crypt.
Oh, that's pure sex on the screen.
Hell yeah, it is.
God damn, Greg, you're
out. You look a little bit more fit.
Yeah, Greg, you look hot as fuck.
Hell
man.
Yeah.
You thought I was sleeping
with that shirt off. You look hot as fuck.
You
bro.
do, man. You look good all the way from your fucking chest pubes down to your ball fro.
You thought I was gonna leave, didn't you?
Hell yeah.
I don't think anyone.
I mean, you said
that.
I'm leaving, Crip.
And we were all like, "Yeah, he's definitely leaving." That's why he just like turned his camera off for a second. Yeah, Matt says, "God, I love sitting next to him at every game." Dude, he gets like the full experience, man.
Matt, no. So I'll tell you a funny story. So me and Matt were sitting. It was freezing ass cold. I was in my coveralls during the Cleveland game and all that and stuff. It was freezing, and I started buckling because I'm Matt. It's gonna fucking happen. No sooner later, I'm buttoning everything. Yoshi gets the touchdown. Matt gets me at the right time. Thank you as always, Matt.
Hell yeah.
Matt's the one taking the pictures. He likes taking the pictures.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he did. Greg, you have no idea how many women you just impregnated in the tri-state area.
Right. I mean, 9 months from now, these birthing centers are going to be busy.
Yeah.
Matt, you can come on and talk about Project Game Day because we were just talking about Walton Guggen's acting and mock draft, but I don't think we'll do mock draft Monday.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense. We haven't done a mock draft Monday. We always do them on Fridays, typically.
Did you send Matt a link if he wants to talk about Project Game Day?
No, I was going to see if he wanted to come on.
Oh.
And then if he wants to, then I'll make the effort to send one.
Oh, yeah. You come on here and talk about Project Game Day. And then people that are in the chat and listening, they'll know about Project Game Day.
Send it.
Boom.
Do you want it on Twitter or to your phone?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I got to go get it either way. You tell me what he says. I am trying to get it on my phone. And also, Greg, talk about the Bengals.
Greg.
Bengals, I'm happy.
Go.
You think I wasn't going to do a show to stop about what just happened here? Hell no. I had you all fooled, bitch.
That's right. Anyway, he says send it to his phone, Dale.
Yeah. Done.
Just let people know, though. He'll come on here and give you more information about it, but the draft event's going to be going down on the April 25th, second day of the draft.
Yes,
every year, second day of the draft, second annual. I mean, that's our plan going forward, too. So, second day of the draft, we have a party. Everybody has fun. And then, we raise money for charity. I don't want to say too much because I want to give Matt some content when he comes on here.
Exactly.
Also, Matt was asking me if I liked Luke Kandra because his RAS score was 9.19. I said earlier over 9, but it is 9.19. And that's important. And he's played very well. He transferred from Louisville to UC. And I know the homers like Greg will love the UC part of it. So, yeah,
That's
Luke
college
Kendrick.
in Ohio, Dale.
Listen, I was saying maybe fourth. I think it's third. I think that's you're going to have to take Kandra in the third or Frazier or one of those guys in the third. But I still think their plan would be Ratledge in the second. But if he's not there, I would probably wait till the third. I
wouldn't be mad about it. Westis says, where's the draft at? The draft is in Green Bay this year, right?
Yes.
If it's the draft party that you're talking about, that's going to be at the Folling Center, and it's around Oakley area in Cincinnati. And then we got a $2 super chat from the guys like poke fun at me and make fat jokes.
Man, you hurt Chop's feelings.
I know, man. When I get off here, I'm immediately getting into the fetal position. Who had the best offseason of the contenders? Who do you think?
I don't know. I'd honestly have to go back through and see all the moves.
I mean, without like digging into it, I would have to just say.
Somebody had Matt.
Yeah, I got to scroll down somehow. Are you doing it, Greg? There you
go. Yeah, so all your shit's up there, Chop. That's why I
know.
Can
I get rid of? Oh, here, I'll get rid of it.
Matt, turn your phone sideways. Dude, I can tell Matt to do it because he's my friend. But some other people, I hate. Somebody will come on here when we have a guest and
Jay Hayes.
Hugh Jackson did it too. And I was like, God, I can't tell Hugh to fucking turn his phone.
Turn your fucking phone sideways, Hugh.
I wanted to so bad. I'm like.
And the next question we got for you, Mr. Jackson, is: can you turn your fucking phone sideways, please?
Please, yes. You got to put the damn. All right, so this is Matt, Bengals and Bourbon. If you guys don't know, on Twitter, and follow him at Bengals Bourbon. Is it Bengals and Bourbon or just Bengals Bourbon?
I think it's Bengals Bourbon.
Like mine's Bengals Brews. I don't think you can do the at. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's just Bengals Bourbon because I was typing it in earlier today when I was putting it in my footfinder.com profile.
Right. Check them out on OnlyFans.
Check out your DMs.
But yeah, Project Game Day. Tell these people about the event. I mean, there is so much to talk about and why they should buy tickets. Like, please buy. And if you don't want to buy tickets, well, if you can't come and you still want to support, you can make a donation. You can donate your tickets to somebody else.
And if you do buy a ticket and donate it, you get a chance to win something special.
Yes. Do you have that ball?
What is it?
Fuck, no.
Oh, man.
I don't have it down here. I can go try to find it and come back on with it. Wait,
all right.
wait, hold on one sec.
Hold on.
He's going to find
This is how I get Matt on to take off my shirt and do the dot pod. That's how I got Matt.
I mean, tickets are only $30, right? And this prize alone is worth a $30.
I have it.
Oh, there it is.
Look at this. Look at that. What's
Look
that?
at this,
Right
look
in
at the signatures
middle.
on this thing. You will get entered for each ticket you buy. You will have one entry to win.
This ball alone's probably $1,000.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, you can sell that for so much.
I mean, well, you got to understand when you're buying Joe Burrow's autograph, it's $250 just for his autograph. Chase, like $175. T. Higgins, another $100. Just in those three players, it's $650 probably on this ball. So I don't have Chase on the ball though, unfortunately.
Right. Well, you've got, but it has Higgins. I got Burrow.
Joe Burrow front and center. We got my favorite guy, 45. I can never pronounce his name.
Oh no!
Go ahead, Chop. Jean Meta.
John Meta. That's right.
Muma?
Who's John Meta?
Yeah. We got Cody Ford, baby. Cody
Ford.
He's back. Starting guard.
Starting guard.
Yeah. Jesus. We got Akeem Davis Gaither. We got Logan Wilson.
Hell yeah.
Fuck. We got T. Higgins right here.
Yes.
DJ Turner right there. Ted Karras.
Teddy K.
But that
and I believe this is Sam Hubbard.
Yes. And you can get Jamar to sign that ball too. I mean, somebody gets that ball, they can go to a Jamar.
Oh, we got Alex Kappa not on the team anymore. My bad.
Yeah. Well,
but this
God
is
damn it, Matt, don't
Bengals,
show the bad part.
It's not cheap to go to Taste the Bengals. This is where he got all these autographs at. And
but it's worth it. I'll plug that. You guys, if you haven't been, you got to go. It's unreal.
Yes.
But
But
Yeah.
he got all that, and he's doing it as a giveaway with your $30 entry. So even if you're not going, buy a $30 ticket. Just say, I'm not going. I want an entry. I want an entry for this ball if you live out of town and you can't make it, because that still helps Project Game Day. Tell the people about Project Game Day, Matthew.
So, as you drink your garage beer.
How fitting, you know?
Not planned at all.
The Project Game Day, we are a nonprofit 5013 CE charity. So you do get tax write-offs, but you won't get a tax break with the $30 ticket. That's just not enough to do that. But anyways, we'll go into what we do. We take adults and kids with disabilities and veterans or active duty military members to a Bengals home game. They get to bring themselves and a guest to the game. We give them a tailgate experience where we have garage beer and other local restaurants donate food. And then they also get money towards the game. People, this is their first game they've ever been to, or a game they just haven't been to in years, and they get the whole experience. What are you doing?
I'm trying to put you there.
I'm being chopped his mouth.
I know, but I was mouthing the words for you.
Yeah, because he was on it. Because he had
what is he doing?
All right. Start over. I'm going to check on the
mouthing the
dog.
words for you because I was on the big one. I helped you out.
No, they can still hear the audio. It's okay. But so that's what your $30 ticket goes to by coming to this event. Now, I'll say if it's a date night, where are you going to go for $60? You get your food included, which is going to be delicious Midwest Best barbecue, Gold Star chili cones, and then we got Garage Beer as a sponsor, which is going to be a discounted beer at the Folling House. And it's from 6 until 11. Oh, I forgot. And you get free Folling. For $60, where are you going to get that? And you're donating to a great charity. You're going to get to meet also Jordan Battle, get an autograph, get a picture. He's going to be there for probably a little over an hour. We have insane auction items from Fans of Cincy, which is our biggest one, which is a fully paid trip to Buffalo for 2 people, including travel, your tickets to the stadium, hotel, and your tailgate. We got – what else we got? We got jerseys. We're going to have autographed jerseys. We got gift baskets. We got everything.
We got some meat to give away.
We got meat. We got Greg.
I'm going to make another one of my lamps that we got. We gave one away last year. We wrapped one off, and we're going to do that again this year. I haven't made it yet. I put the wrong address on one of the patches. I fucked it up.
But I'll tell you what. The big ticket item is there will be multiple Midwest Best barbecue sauce bottles at this event. And for the right amount of money, Greg will take his shirt off and rub himself down.
I wasn't told about this. What the hell?
We should have done it like next year. We need a dunking booth just full of Midwest Best barbecue.
Yes.
Sitting on the thing, and people throw softballs at it.
There you go, man.
No net. They either dunk you, you get drilled with the softball.
I mean, but it's going to be a good time, man. Listen, if you are active in Bengal social media, this is a chance to meet all your Bengal social media friends that don't have a face. Some of them do have a face. You haven't seen them since the tailgate. This is your time to come down
Drew
and
Garrison's
visit with all your friends for a price where you get a goddamn meal, $30. You get a meal, you get activities to do, you get to meet a Bengal player. Maybe there's more Bengal players show up. I mean, Greg, you and I went to go see Ted Karras. Orlando Brown, Cordell Volson showed up. They usually hang out together.
They do.
So, I mean,
also,
it's a great
Cincy Hat's
time
gonna
for
be there.
$30.
We got Cincy Hat. Cincy Hat's going to be there. I've heard some rumblings. There's going to be an exclusive hat maybe released again this year. I don't think you want to miss it.
I've seen the hat that may be exclusively released, and the hat potentially being exclusively released is sweet as fuck.
Yes,
it's pretty good. It's fucking awesome.
It's elite.
I hope you like leopard print. No,
I'm just saying you're not going to have a better time on the second day of the draft than coming for $30 to the Folling Warehouse with the Project Game Day event, like food, fun.
I'm not allowed to talk about auctioning Greg off anymore. He got upset at me. So.
Yeah, that was where the line somehow was crossed.
The line was drawn at auctioning Greg off.
Right.
But
It's not auctioned off. The barbecue sauce thing may happen, but not the auctioning.
Yeah. And we'll have some more announcements to come. We're working on getting maybe DJ Primetime there. We'll see how that goes. Also, like Dale was saying, you got your Twitter personalities and everybody that's going to be there. We got Drew Garrison. I think, what's his name might be coming too. I'm not supposed to say.
Bengals and Brews.
Bengals and yeah, Bengals and Brews.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say Willie Lutz may be there.
Willie Lutz Willie Lutz might be.
You're not. That's what you're not supposed to say. I was just making sure that you didn't say.
And then, I think T's mom's coming. Who knows? Maybe she brings T. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know.
Maybe T wants to see his mom and shows up.
I mean, as far as she goes, when buy one, your son comes free. It's bring your son free day. Yeah. Tell Mama T it's bring your son free day.
And then maybe Joe and Jamar's like, well, T's there. I want to go hang out with my friend. And maybe Joe and Jamar will be there. You never know. I'm just saying.
It just turns into an amazing event, It's going to be amazing regardless. We got, I can't wait to see everybody. I think we got about 100 tickets sold already.
Well,
we want to keep going.
Man, you need to unblock Will. Will's political differences. You guys can still be friends. We all work for the same team. He was saying that in the chat. I was just saying.
Unblock Will.
What? Oh, well.
Be friends. Be friends. Everybody love everybody except
everybody love everyone. Yeah.
Everybody love everybody.
Yeah.
But that was awkward.
That
was about as bad as telling me to turn my phone. No.
Hey guys, Joe Burrow has not officially ruled out an appearance.
It's true. It's true.
Officially unofficial.
Right.
He has not ruled it out.
He hasn't.
Chop, why don't you bring up the graphic on Twitter? Like, one of our tweets that has the graphic. So for people that don't have Twitter or Facebook and maybe they want to donate, that'll have the Venmo and the is it PayPal? Is the other one, Matt?
Venmo and PayPal. This is also a kids-friendly event. You bring your kids. It'll be a good time. Like I said, 5 hours of all that stuff, but you're also watching the draft. And we're going to celebrate our picks, I hope. And
everyone's going to have jobs that are part of Project Game Day except me because I'm the draft guy. Right, Matt? So I'm going to be able to talk
Dale's
draft
going
with
to be
you guys.
sitting there watching the draft next to his computer with the whole draft guide listed. Now, every time somebody's
I'll
picked,
bring a draft
load
guide.
it up.
I'm the draft. If you guys want to look at the draft guide, I'll have a paper copy.
You can load it up on their computer. We can project it on a TV.
There you go.
And then when that pick's made, you can reference the draft guide and show that person right there.
There you go. Here's the official up-to-date flyer. Draft party Friday, April 25th, 6 to 11.
Jordan Battle, Gold Star.
Jordan
I don't
Battle
get
on
into
there.
these battles, the Skyline, Gold Star. I think they're both trash. I'm like Jamar, but I can't say that because I'm part of this. So Gold Star is actually the one I prefer. Matt, this is Bengals and Brews, okay?
Hey, we're our sponsor.
No, Gold Star. I prefer it. I'm going to try it. Listen, I tried Gold Star. I'll be honest. I tried it one time. It was at the Eastgate Mall. So you tell me why I probably didn't.
Well, if you don't like chili, they got burgers.
I heard they got burgers.
Their burgers are good too. I've had them; they are good. When I was at the Kenwood Mall looking for Tevin Jenkins, I stopped and got a Gold Star burger.
Guys, should you ever get Gold Star at a mall? That's probably not the way to have it, right?
I know. Normally, I would get Sabaro
it's
pizza.
second best to Auntie Anne's. That's all I'm going to say.
No. Sabaro pizza is mainly my go-to, but I had to get a Gold Star burger at the mall.
But I've acquired a taste for I can at least deal with the cinnamon now. That just threw me off, okay? Cinnamon, listen, Cincinnati people, I catch a lot of flack from you guys for this, but I'm trying. I think if Jamar would try it more, maybe he would like it. Maybe he should come to the event and try some Gold Star.
If they add some shrimp to the chili, they'd probably love it.
But I do tell you what I love. It's Midwest Best, which will also be there. So if you don't want Gold Star, then get Midwest because you can get wings. We're going to have mac and cheese. There's going to be multiple different types of wings.
Full bar. There is a full bar. So if we make a bad pick, you can indulge in your sorrows.
Probably
have a good drink and enjoy yourself and all the fun we're going to have.
Probably going to have some discounted garage beer because we cannot give you free beer, guys. It's not legally allowed. Okay,
right.
But we're probably going to discount that compared to the other beers, and most of the profit from that will go directly to Project Game Day. So by drinking garage beer, you're going to be helping Project Game Day. You're going to be helping individuals with disabilities, and you're going to be helping active military. It doesn't have to be, because we have military veterans, but it's actually doesn't have to be veterans. You can be active duty, either one. So just
and
military.
Every dollar you
personnel.
spend, every dollar that Project Game Day brings in, literally goes to these individuals.
Right.
Yes.
None of us make a single dollar off any of this. We don't.
Not
do it
only
for the
that,
money. We
but
do it just to help everybody out and have a great thing for our community and the Bengals fans to do.
not only that, but the stuff that we're raffling off and doing private auctions, a lot of us have put our own money into that. And
Like
then,
this ball.
Yeah. That ball, you
Very
know,
expensive.
I'm making a
I've
lamp
given
cost me
away.
money.
Well, you guys done the Twitter. I did Twitter raffles like last year when I did the helmet that was signed by the entire team.
Right.
Yeah.
But we do this for the calls, right? We do it because we believe in what we're doing here. And by having a draft event, it's also bringing people together, people that, you know,
You don't
can
get to
go
see.
and have a good time and see each other. Like, I'm 2 hours away.
Listen,
So for me to come to something 2 hours away, it don't happen that often.
all of us on the screen here met at a tailgate. Every fucking one of us met at a tailgate. And look at what happened to us now. You know what I'm
might
saying?
have taken a couple tailgates to remember each other, but we met at
we met at a tailgate, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the same thing. This is basically our tailgate off season in the Fulling warehouse where we do our work and make the most money for the charity so that we can do the tailgate at Lot 1 during the season.
And
So
because
this
of the
is a
tailgates
great
and everything,
opportunity.
that's why
to
Greg's even on here too, because we made friends and Greg was watching the show. We brought him in one night, me and Dale, when I was on the show, and Greg started talking, and it grew from there.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? You guys are probably like, I wonder what Greg's like.
Biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah, I know. By the way,
not the biggest, because I came after that.
I actually have one of the giveaways we're gonna do. I don't know what I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know what sections, but you guys cool if I show one of the giveaways we're gonna be?
We don't care. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Greg.
I want to go ahead and mention why you're getting that. I want to mention if you want to reserve your tickets, which is down there on the bottom of this graphic, and it's on X, it's on Facebook, it's on Instagram. So if you need to see this graphic elsewhere later on, you can find it there. Or if you're watching the episode, screenshot it.
Yeah.
But if you have Venmo, or if you just want to donate, these are the places to donate or get your tickets. If you want tickets, put the full name, like first and last name of the people attending. I bought 2 tickets. They're for Joe and Lisa Burrow. I just throw it out.
Yeah.
But the Venmo is at Project Game Day, and the PayPal is at projectgameday@gmail.com.
Holy shit! Look what Greg's got.
Put that on the full screen, Dale.
I don't know if this will be auctioned or used as a giveaway, but this will be something you'll definitely want to get your hands on right here. Signed Kenny Anderson jersey, one of the best QBs in Bengals history. I mean,
should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it should be in the Hall of Fame. Yes.
Hold on, Greg.
Hold on.
Don't put
it
it away yet.
Again. We don't do a lot of that screen switching. We're not used to it.
Yeah, Matt. I literally was on a full screen. You're making me work there.
There you go.
Yeah, and that came directly from Ken Anderson.
Yeah, it came from the Ken Anderson Foundation. Yes, it did. They were nice enough to give us this.
That's
to do
awesome.
as a giveaway or an auction.
And everybody also, like, the more money we raise means the more people we get to bring to games.
You want to see there's an
winner to a game. We want to bring 100 people to every game if we can. We'd love to buy a suite out for people that are, one of our goals is to get a suite. Maybe this season, probably not. You never know. But next season, maybe, where we could take everybody who has to have handicap accessible seats to the suite. Because there's only so many of those in the stadium. I would love to rent out an entire suite and do that for those recipients. So the more money we raise, the more opportunities these people get to have.
We can have a Project Game Day gate where they go through at Paycor, maybe.
Maybe.
Anthony?
We're going to take over the best friends
Anthony Munoz signed ball. Family friend of mine was nice enough to give this to auction away. Really good person. This guy.
Very nice.
But there's a ton of, like, Darth Bengal. There's a bunch of AJ Green stuff.
Yeah, Darth's going to have a booth with all
Darth has made probably 800,000 chains. Jesus Christ, that he's raised money for the event.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the tailgates, the event last year, all the in between.
We got
You
KD
can't really
Arts.
see it. It's signed by Chad right here. You can't really see it, but it really is signed by Chad if you look up close right here.
But I mean, we can say here,
your
we can show
spectacles.
you all the items, we can say all this stuff. At the end of the day, the whole reason for doing this is to help other people. And I know for a fact that people that watch this show have shown up and shown out over and over again to help other people do things. So any help you got, and listen, like $30, I can't do $30 for a ticket. I live out of town. I don't want to donate. I'm not asking you to donate $30 even. If you can donate $5, I'll send you a draft guide for $5. There's so many things that anything that you can give to help will help these other people. So you help us, help you, help other people. I don't know.
Help me, help you, Jerry Maguire, as he said.
Yes.
Show me the money.
And overzealous, that jersey will go great with your hat with Kenny Anderson's signature on it.
Well, I guess while we have Matt,
we
should ask his thoughts on Lucas Patrick and the guard situation.
Yes, we should.
My thoughts.
Switching from Project Game Day, and then
we're back into what really
we're back.
No, that matters.
I know. I was kidding. No, Lucas Patrick to me is just. I would hope, this is my hope and my reasoning. I swear to God, it better be, is that it is a depth piece, and I'm hoping they sign. My dream is Risner. It's been Risner for years. I want him at right guard. I want a veteran next to Mims to continue to help, especially with the communication on the line. I want Risner or I want Scherf. Now it sounds like, with the insiders on Twitter, he wants to be either here or retired. So we'll see how that goes. But if not, we don't get Scherf, you got to go Risner.
Well, I mean, Chop did his part for Scherf.
He did.
Made an awesome sheriff's badge, and it says Brandon on it in big.
I mean, that should seal the deal.
I know.
It should.
But
right?
I offered my sweat chair if he wants to room with me or something.
No, the actual chair, Greg. You will set.
No, he wants. Okay, fine. Either chair. I don't care.
My thing is like my dream is to have Risner at right guard or Scherf, and then you're going to have a camp battle between Volson, Ford, which most likely Ford is looked at as the starting left guard, and then Patrick and whoever else they throw in there. I still think they'll probably cut Volson or trade him if they can, do a late season trade. I think somebody put that out there today.
There you go.
Oh, there's the sheriff.
There you go.
Yeah.
If that don't get him having it live on the show, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Breaking
Matt,
news.
when we were also talking, how awesome was that T and Jamar press conference? I was telling them the last conference I was this excited for was Ken Griffey Jr.'s conference when we got him in a trade. That's how excited that was.
Well,
let's
make sure
really
Matt has
hoping they were
Matt,
going to make a joke at the very beginning and be like, "We're interviewing as a team," and just do a Step Brothers reference. God, I was hoping for that.
Matt, do you have a few minutes to talk Bengals?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Okay. All right. So, draft. I don't know how much you've looked into the draft, and you guys ask questions too, because I mean, we don't very often have a celebrity like this on the show.
Right.
My time, it's not cheap. Okay.
He's sending the bill. It's per minute.
No, yeah.
But yeah, the draft. Like, what are you thinking as of right now, knowing that we don't have the guards, but also pass rush? See, I've kind of softened my stance because they have bodies. They have D tackle bodies. They have DN bodies, like roster wise.
You got your run stuffers, but you don't have your pass rushers. Like outside of BJ Hill, Jenkins going to be your pass rusher, which is fine, but you're still going to want somebody.
It's not fine, actually, Matt.
Which would you prefer? Let's just go there, because that was loaded. Which would you prefer of edge or D tackle? For me, I'm kind of split. I just need another pass rusher.
If Trey's extended, which he should be, we'll say Trey's extended. Are we saying Trey's extended or Trey's not?
Yes, because I don't want to live in a world where we let him go.
Right.
Okay, so Trey is extended.
Yes.
I'm a Walter Nolan guy. I'm going all day long at 17.
That's why I fuck with you, Matt. Boom.
But and then in the second round, I would probably go. I just don't think you could go guard yet in the second round. So that's why I would get my edge rusher or my safety. I would go best player available at that point. Whether it's still going to be on defense unless there's some crazy fall with a guard. Unless you trade up and you want a guard. I don't know. But
third round.
I think third round's still going to be our guard. I'm really hoping that's Tate, but I don't think it's going to be.
I think
I'll
Tate,
make it
yeah,
Tate.
I think you'd have to take Tate Ratledge at 49. So it's
If
like, do
he's
you
there.
take the guard? Do you let's say Xavier Watts is there at safety?
Yeah. So say you
Yeah.
have Xavier Watts at safety, but who else would be at edge that could possibly be like your biggest?
I mean, James Pierce has been falling down a lot of boards for some reason. I would, if he was there, I'd take him.
Yeah.
If he's there, I'm taking that shot.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Mhm.
going guard, but
I think they may have to take their guard at 49 with the current roster. Like if I got Scherf, I'd be okay waiting till the third. Or Hernandez, I would be okay waiting to, or Risner, I'd be okay waiting till the third. But with what we have now on the roster at guard, I think I would take it at 49, especially if it is Ratledge, because I think he's going to be a stud.
I think he's dude, that guy plays angry, and I want that on my line. I'm so tired of watching Burrow get knocked on his ass and nobody does a thing.
Yeah.
So this is basically a mock draft now. We've just taken Walter Nolan in the first. Let's take this is a realistic potential mock draft. Just talking. So we took Walter Nolan in the first. Let's take Tate Ratledge in the second. Let's not wait and see if he makes it to our pick in the third. Let's just take him. We need a guard. We need a right guard. I think he starts beside Mims like he did in college day one.
Let me say this, though. I might want defense in the first two rounds, but if the second pick is a guard to protect Joe and it's Tate Ratledge, I am not going to be upset with that at all.
I'm tired of seeing Joe get killed.
Yes,
man.
but I ain't mad at that.
Well, I'm just saying. I was just going to say, if you have Ratledge at 49 and he's your starting right guard, then that leaves Ford, Volson, and Patrick all to compete for left guard. I feel better having three guys competing for one spot on the left side.
Yeah, I agree.
Than I
we
do
don't
right
ever
now.
have. It's normally like this is who we got, and I mean, even tackle. Like if we lose any of our tackles, I'm like, oh.
Also,
if we get
go ahead, Greg.
If we get Ratledge with that beautiful mullet he has, I will grow the mullet back.
Hold on one second.
And this is all going to happen live at the Project Game Day event. What we're talking about right now
Second
with
round,
that 49th and 83rd pick. Is it 83rd, right?
Might be 81. I can't remember. I don't remember the exact.
I don't know.
picks.
I made a trade the other day, and I got like
could be
two picks like close to each other. I can't remember which one.
I would just
83,
so
Matt?
we'll do one more pick. So this is our mock. So
So
Walter, we've already got Walter Nolan. That
Yep.
happened on day one. The Project Game Day event's on day two, and we get Tate Ratledge, and we go, oh hell yeah, we're protecting our sweet prince, Joe Burrow.
Yep.
So what do you guys want in the third? Because I feel like you could go a lot of directions. You could go with a
third,
a safety, a linebacker,
or linebacker. That was going to be
Xavier Watt in my mock
or
draft.
you could. We haven't taken an edge, so you could go edge. Maybe Josiah Stewart's there. One of those.
I think they definitely go defense with the first pick. Second pick's gonna come down to best player available.
Well, we went with Ratledge.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be it. So I think they're going right back to defense.
Yeah,
And let's just
linebacker or safety.
Is that safety from Texas still there?
Man, if he I think you might have to take him at the second in the real thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just
I'd love
saying.
to say we trade back into the second, but that's not going to happen.
No,
we don't have the picks to do it.
That's why that's why I constantly just think you can get a guard in a later round like Luke Kandra. I keep falling back on him and Miles Frazier. These are two guards that I think maybe they're not Tate Ratledge right off the get-go, but they're going to be good quality starters. They're going to be in the one that Luke Kandra, what'd you say his RAS score was like 9.9?
9.19.
9.19.
Still, if you're over 9, that's very athletic.
So, and he played out of smaller school, which was UC, and he got Miles Frazier. These guys are going to be there in the third or fourth round, I think. So
we already took our guard. You're doubling.
There's not going to be a safety like Xavier Watts around in the third, fourth, and fifth round.
Here's the safety. So Kevin Winston, Lathan Ransom, and Billy Bowman. Let's say
Winston
those three.
I'll take. The Penn State safety I will take. You were very high on him, Dale. I would take him.
And then at linebacker, you got Chris Paul Jr. and Barrett Carter. They're both pretty athletic.
Pooh Paul.
Pooh Paul.
Pooh. I like the Pooh. And we need some Pooh.
So, and then edge, who might be available at edge? Like I said, maybe Josiah Stewart. Ashton Gelate, somebody like that.
Gelate out of Louisville, right?
Yes.
I'm probably going to go with the Penn State safety out of what
Penn
we
State
were
safety,
talking about.
Dale, you like it more than the Texas safety, so I'll take the Penn State.
No,
safety.
I moved the Texas safety above him, Greg.
That's right. You got to update mock draft. Okay.
Yep. I updated my board, and that was one of the few moves I made was Makuba. I think his stock's on the rise. And Winston, he only played like 2 games this year because of injury. But in the 3rd round, you're getting a guy that could have been a French first rounder. So our mock draft, first 3 rounds, we've went Walter Nolan. Then we got Tate Ratledge. I feel like we got 2, I won't say starters because BJ Hill will start, but Walter Nolan will play a lot. D-line rotates a lot, as they should. They should rotate. BJ Hill playing 50% of the snaps with Walter Nolan gives me a boner thinking about it. Tate Ratledge starts at right guard, plays 100% of the snaps. So, boom. And then in round 3, we just took Kevin Winston Jr. He's competing with Geno Stone to be a starter this year. And guess what? He got injured in game 2. Maybe he needs a year to get fully back in form, or late in the season he comes on. All right. We're on our way, boys. We just fixed this team with 3 picks.
Yes, we did.
2 of those happened at the Project Game Day draft event.
I know. Hey, Dale, does Walter Nolan line up on the outside at the edge position at all?
I don't think I've seen that on tape.
Dale, what was I going to ask and all that? Look, I know that Jake Browning, I know we're committed to him, but what would Jake Browning get you, do you think, if some team was
a 3rd?
I would take it.
I don't know.
I'd take it because it's Joe Burrow or bust. I understand Jake Browning's good. Also, I respect Jake Browning, and I'd like to give him a shot.
Then who's your backup?
You go get a backup. I go find someone off the street.
Baby.
We're not worried anymore, Dale. Joe's not going to get hurt.
I would also like to give Jake Browning a chance.
Knock on wood, Greg. Knock on wood, Greg.
On your wood. Knock on your wood, Greg.
But yeah, all right. Well, we'll end this one hour and a half in. Once again,
maybe Pratt gets traded for a 3rd.
For a backup quarterback.
Project Game Day, guys. Get your tickets or
going
donate.
Back to Project Game Day. What happened?
Well, just real quick because we're ending it. So
we're ending.
Wrapping it up, man.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
My bad. It's having fun.
Okay. Well, we can still hang out after.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. Then after we turn off the cameras, we can start cussing and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Chop never fuck cusses on this fucking.
I am not a vulgar man, let alone the most vulgar man on YouTube.
Oh, Lord.
The fuck's that guy's name? Scott something or another. Scott Lieber?
Yeah, and get a chain from Darth Bengal also.
Yeah.
Get a ticket. Get a chain.
He also got a Facebook
trip to
now.
Buffalo.
He's Darth with two H's on
he's
Facebook
Darth.
now.
Darth.
So if you're wanting a chain from Darth and you don't have Twitter but you have Facebook, it's 2 H's Darth. Darth Bengal. Bengaul.
No, it's UL.
No.
Hey, my God, when are you going to get to meet a Bengals player for $30 and an autograph?
Exactly.
Not off people.
And be entered to win a football that has fucking T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, and a bunch of other.
Yes.
And Synastries ain't wrong. I kind of don't want to get rid of Jake's girlfriend, but I can still follow her from afar. On
Chop
IG.
does really like her a lot.
Dude, it ain't my fault. She's like, hey, guys, look at these titties. And
That's going to get you a charge.
Okay.
Maybe we can get
OnlyFans
Jake
without
Browning's
charge.
girlfriend there. They're still a month away. We can
Yeah, she
maybe
could be
get
there.
her.
There are possibilities, and they
If
might
she-
be.
Tell them to turn up the heat in there because she doesn't like clothing when the heat gets up. Did we already end the show? Oh, fuck.
No, we have not ended the show. So Project
rewind.
Game Day, Venmo, at Project Game Day. There's one random guy who has this. So on Venmo, it's under businesses. There's some guy who got this, and it's very annoying. We've tried to get it off there. It's not. But make sure it's the one with the Project Game Day logo with the seats. It's not this random dude's face.
Tyler Conklin to the Chargers.
There you go.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, to get breaking news.
No, he was still a free agent. We got Jordan Schultz on the show right now. Breaking news.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, my last name is, you know.
That's true. It's your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
It's your
And then
cousin.
PayPal.
Nobody knows I'm an heir to the Starbucks.
We all know your mom on Twitter. She's got a big
Jesus
presence on
Lord.
Twitter.
Jennifer. Yeah. Well, the only people I actually blocked. That stupid, crazy bitch.
Oh, man.
Anyways,
like a
PayPal, projectgameday@gmail.com. Venmo @projectgameday, the one with the Bengal striped seats. That's what you want to look for. Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody.
Appreciate Matt for his time. I appreciate Greg for his shirtless stop bot.
Yes.
I appreciate Chop for his beard and his genuine just sexuality as a man.
That's true. I have a lot of that.
And I appreciate all you guys.
I appreciate you, Dale.